All right, and welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and this is going to be for the Spectre One event. It's a marquee event, and it's for the Kanan shards. Now, if my suspicion is right, this is going to be an extremely easy event to unlock the character. So what I'm going to do today is we're just going to go with the bottom characters that I have, randomly just select the worst, and we're just going to kind of work our way up and see what are the worst characters that I have that can beat these tiers. So the first one's for 20, then it goes to 40, 60, and 80, so on and so forth. The first one's going to show you his basic disarming strike on attackers to inflict offense down. If the attack is a critical hit, the offense down can't be resisted. So that is pretty cool. So they give you him to use, so you can use Kanan's abilities, specifically his basic is what they're looking for. So we're going to use Hera as the leader. She's actually in the bottom. And, we definitely want to use a couple of these guys and Sith and Cup. Oh, yeah, we're going to use Cup. So we're at a whopping 17,000 arena power. I think we'll be plenty good for this first round. All right, Kanan's basic, disarming strike. It inflicts offense down and can't be resisted on a critical hit. Yeah, look at that overpowered shot from Coruscant Underworld Police. All right, let's do Coruscant Underworld Police's offense down. I could definitely see the next round going a lot more difficult for me with these low-level characters. Because it's easy now, but we're doing a level 20 battle. So just getting through it. So you notice he put offense down on his basic a couple of times, so that's pretty cool. And I think that's all you need to unlock him. Yep, so we can unlock that character today. Moves to Tier 2. Tier 2 is recommended for level 40 plus. And strategy tips, it says use Intervene to remove all debuffs from an ally. So he's a cleanser from all debuffs from an ally. It doesn't say yet whether it's a target ally or a random ally. So that's interesting. It says Kanan will also gain taunt, bonus tenacity, and attack the targeted opponent. So he's going to attack them, taunt, so that way he takes the damage, and he gets tenacity to prevent those negative status effects from applying. So let's just go to the bottom again. All right, so the middle one is called Use Intervene to clear any debuffs on allies. And my ally has tenacity down off as a start. I think they just threw that on her to showcase what it does. And it says he'll gain taunt and bonus tenacity. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll select the one with the... So he attacked, he got removed the debuff, and taunted. So that's pretty cool. And there he put protection up on both him and the selected ally. That protection up's pretty cool. I really like that. And I want him to revive, that's why I put that special ability on him. Alright. Just some basics. There's the offense down on his basics, so that's kind of cool. So a lot of these guys weren't surviving long enough to see the offense down. Yeah, they're all taunting, so it means nothing. That's funny when they do that. And there's nobody needing cleansed, so let's go ahead and give an extra turn. Oh, there we go. Protection up for her. She was the only one that was kind of hurting. There's the offense down again. There we go, round 2, halfway done. Oh no, Imperial Officer, I forgot about him. Yeah, I got the stun off. Woohoo! Let's do again another round of taunting. Let's try and, yeah, offense down. Got multiple characters putting offense down. That's cool. Ooh, expose and a stun. Nice. I like that protection up that he does on his second special a lot. And there you have it. There's the real ending of that round. 5 extra. Okay. I'll take it! Alright, so the next one is for 60 plus, and it says total defense, which is his other one, will dispel debuffs from Kanan and the selected ally will gain protection up. So this is another dispelling. So he has a dispelling 2 ways. Kind of like Baze has dispelling on the opponent, where he can do a single target and the entire AoE dispel on the opponents. This guy's got, Kanan's got a couple of them for his own team. His special abilities both do that. So that's really pretty cool. Not sure if we'll make it in this round at level 60 with my majorly overpowered team down here, but let's just try and see where we get. So total defense, we've already used this last round, but it dispels all the debuffs on him, which he starts with 3 because they're trying to showcase this ability, but that's funny. None of those other character scout troopers give that to him normally. And it will grant himself and another person protection up, so we'll go ahead and do that. And it asks for a selected target, so I'm going to go ahead and do Coruscant Underworld Police because I'm cool like that. Alright. And let's do a basic, offense down. Let's do the AoE. That does no damage. Let's just keep working on these guys one at a time. Well, AoE is always good. Ability block's good too. Did not get the offense down on that basic that time, which is fine, I suppose. There we go, got offense down there. So they haven't applied any negative status effects really for me to do any dispelling. So we'll have to just wait until we can find that. He looks like he might die. Let's go ahead and stun this guy. Oh, he resisted. Let's give her some protection up. And let everybody taunt. This is going to be definitely a tougher round for sure. Got a little bit of offense down on a couple targets. There's offense down. You know, the offense down is a direct response to Darth Nihilus, because Nihilus, you know, has where basically he's not going to crit, and his whole team's not going to crit, but they are going to hit hard offensively. And the other thing with that is people are going to start modding with a lot of offense mods, because they won't be able to, you know, do the critical chance, critical damage with their Sith teams. So this is a direct counter to those Sith teams. By putting offense down, you cripple the basic strength of those types of teams. So it's kind of a direct counter to Sith. I think they're doing that. They're going back and forth. You know, they give a character a particular strength, and then they bring in new characters to go against that strength, and so on and so forth. I would have hoped for somebody's debuffs to land, but evidently, there we go. Evasion down. Oh, someone might die, so let's go ahead and do this. Don't want to lose anyone on this round. And stun. Ah, resisted. Man, he's hitting hard. Make sure my taunter is taunting. Just in case he takes another shot. Oh, this will be all. And of course, our Underworld Police gets to finish off the Imperial Officer. Nice. Sweetness. That is the nice thing about Expose. It doesn't matter how hard or how weak you hit. Expose is a set amount. It's 20% of the character that has Expose's health. So it does not matter whether you hit for 200 or 2,000 or 20,000. You'll do that damage, but then you'll also do just a flat 20% of that character's health in damage, which is pretty amazing. There's 10 more shards. That's good. All right. Off to the last tier, and this tier is it's for 80 plus, and he has Clear Mind, which grants Kanan counter chance and health recovery whenever he suffers a debuff. So it helps for him to get debuffs because he can clear his own debuffs in both of his specials. Plus, he's going to end up recovering health, so it's going to help him. Plus, he's got a counter chance, which is pretty cool. Not sure I'm going to be able to beat this with that team that I used, but we're going to go ahead and try. Why not? There's really no synergy here. For level 80 plus, I'm probably going to get smoked, and if that happens, then we'll just switch it to another team. So Clear Mind's the unique that grants him that counter chance and health recovery. So let's just go ahead and read this. It says Kanan has a 70% counter chance and recovers 25% health whenever he suffers a debuff. So that's good. And then this one now says he dispels all the debuffs on him and grants himself and another target ally protection up, which is now 40% for 2 turns, which is good. And then this other one, Intervene Again, now is deals physical damage to a target enemy and taunts now for 2 turns and dispels all debuffs on him and target ally. Plus, he gets that Tenacity doubled. The Tenacity doubled means he virtually won't get any negative status effects applied, so that's really cool. And then, of course, the Offense Down now says that the same thing as it inflicts offense down until the start of his next turn. If that attack scores a crit, it absolutely can't be resisted. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and start. This is 4 rounds, so it's 1 round longer, and all these guys are way more powerful than the original. So let's start it off with Offense Down. Wow. Yeah, my characters are not going to survive this. He's definitely strong enough to handle this battle, but my other characters taking 1 hit aren't going to survive. His counter chance may be enough. We'll see. And maybe not. Yeah, the counter chance is pretty awesome. I like that. Definitely going to die and end up having to, restart. And this is nice to see how Kanan will apply or work with other teams outside of his own as far as how he'll do. Surprised I didn't apply, speed down to all of them. That's kind of surprising. Wow, that was a great basic, 17k on a basic. I'll tell you, Expose is pretty amazing. And with Rogue One Rebels, you do get a lot of Expose, which is really nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw down those 5 random debuffs. And they got an Expose, that's pretty good. And it applied, that's awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and just we'll do that. Wow, done for. That's excellent. Yeah, I love the Rogue One team for sure. I know everybody's excited about all the new Rebels, which is cool. They're cool new characters. But, yeah, I really enjoy it. Once you go for a team, you kind of have to finish them off. When I mean that, when I say finish them off, I mean you actually need to finish them, you know, finish gearing them up, focus on them, put them in your favorites, and focus on them until you can get them done and completed. You know, sometimes you bottleneck at around between gear 8 and 10, where you have a really hard time finishing them off. And if that's the case, just kind of keep them in your favorites passively. And as you do raids, you'll slowly start to unlock certain things. And then once you have that, you'll be able to, you know, over time, work them. Yeah, that's all she wrote. I took in an overpowered team for sure. Probably could have stepped it up one. But, yep, so there's that. And then there's also the pack that they're releasing for him specifically. So if we go to the pack... Oh, let's activate him. They want me to activate Kanan. Let's do that. And there we go. Kanan looks pretty OP, dude. He's pretty cool. I know a lot of people looking forward to him, and I think of the two Jedis that are coming out, the two Rebel Jedis that are coming out, Ezra and Kanan are probably the best of the two new ones. That looks awesome. 2-star, and I think they give us enough, yep, to promote him again. So there's that, 15 of 30, and in the store, there's his pack. The other packs disappeared for her, so that's all right. But this is the same type of bundle pack that they did, where basically, you know, they give you some ability mats and his character shards. And as far as the actual cost efficiency, you know, for $10 for what you get, it's a phenomenal deal in comparison to all their other deals. But, you know, at the end of the day, again, it only takes you up 1-star rate. Is that enough? That still remains to be seen with these characters as to whether at gear 11 they're overpowered or not. The other thing is, if you're completely free to play, you know you're not going to get these characters to gear 11. You're going to get them to gear 8 and 9. So a 3-star gear 8 Kanan very well may not be worthwhile at all. It might be, you know, if you do every single one of these characters. But that means that there's, you know, 5 of these characters you're going to drop $10 on, so you're committed to now $50. So is $50 in your eyes enough money to have an okay superficial team for now, and then unlock them free to play in the next, you know, 3 months? So do you want to wait 3 months, or do you want to pay $50 and get them semi-leveled up earlier on? So there you have it. You know, my suggestion is, you know, if you're a dolphin or a whale, this isn't such a big deal. What's $10? But in what you get is pretty good. But if you're free to play and you don't spend a lot of money, your $10 would be better suited on 1,300 crystals in the crystal store. So that would be my thoughts. As always, leave your comments down below about what your thoughts are about the new characters. Keep your gaming on. Warrior out.